Above Nation.
Let's go. Beautiful.
Soldier
Perfectly
boy
on key.
What
I thought so.
a day.
Yeah.
What is going on with this weather, man?
I don't know.
2 years in a row, you have like a great week of weather with just one bad day sprinkled in at the perfect time or the most imperfect time.
I'll tell you what I learned today. I'll take snow over rain in Colorado.
Absolutely.
Anytime. Yep.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yep.
They got the snow off the field last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do with rain on the field.
No.
Yep. And snow doesn't ruin your shoes
No.
Yes.
Or your day.
or your day or your clothes
Yeah.
or your smell.
I'm wet all over.
Jesus.
I believe it.
I'm wet in places you do not want to know about.
All right. You're
Did
right.
I step on your court again?
Yes.
Wait, there we are.
Oh, jeez.
I'll never do it
We're
again.
good. I got it.
For those of you who are watching and are like, man, this is great. These guys are live pretty soon after things ended.
Yeah.
You have to thank Jake because he sacrificed his ability to be in Shedeur Sanders' press conference to be here with us, and we appreciate him for that.
Thank you, Jake.
Yeah, of course.
Jake
MVP,
is the real
Jake.
MVP.
Yeah, no problem.
And do it again when there's like a triple overtime.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the triple overtimes, there was a lot to talk about Colorado State. So, what?
What is going on with this quarter?
I'm holding it because Neely
Okay,
was
all right,
like,
all right.
No, I'm not gonna lift my leg up again. Trust me.
No, it's
Okay.
fine. It's fine. We're good. I thought it was getting pulled.
No, we're good. I don't even know the score. They scrimmaged for an hour. Shedeur was Shedeur. There's a lot to get into. A lot of guys who stood out. Who wants to start?
Well, I'll start because I think I nailed my pick for player of the game, maybe the most.
Yep.
With LeJontay Wester.
I'm glad you said maybe the most because mine had some big plays.
My guy's bald.
Hey, I just said maybe the most.
Yeah, I got you.
I just said maybe the most. LeJontay Wester was everything that was advertised, and I don't find it to be a coincidence at all that in the big down and distances, that's where Shedeur went. And I think that's what LeJontay was brought to do, was to be obviously a big play threat, obviously a all-around wide receiver, but to be the guy that you can count on third down to get open, and not only get open, but bring the ball in when you put it on him. And so I was impressed with what we saw from LeJontay.
Mine takeaway is I want to give a shout out to two people. One is a person, and the other is a group of persons, a group of people. Coach Prime and Buff Nation.
Oh, yeah.
Because Coach Prime does not do cold and rain. And the fact that we stayed out there that long and he gave the people what they wanted, and that crowd, not like last year's crowd, of course, but that was a big crowd for it to be raining all day.
Yeah, I mean, people are always going to, throw stones from Twitter while they're sitting in the warmth on their couch, but it was not a fun day to be out there watching
not at all.
football.
No, and they were out there, man.
Yeah, so the fact that you got thousands of people, which for me, I tweeted out, I actually wasn't sure because I don't have the best memory, but I was like, my original thought was this is a top 2 crowd I've ever seen, with obviously last year being number 1.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I think there's like a couple in there. John Embry's first year, there was a bigger crowd. I think McCartney had one big one.
But was it raining?
But it would, and that's what I was going to say. You're talking about perfect weather, and everyone just gets out there. They want to be out in the sun at Folsom Field, which everyone understands. Today was like the fans that made it were just, they wanted to show out for this team.
Yep.
And there was nothing that the weather could have done, because I literally woke up this morning to the sound of rain pelting the side of my window.
That sounds like the opening of a good R&B song. You should make a note of that.
All right, I will. Yeah, I'll jot that down. That's how I woke up, and I was like, "Oh man, this is gonna be rough." And it really was. It really was rough.
It has rained all day.
Yeah,
I think
there was
my
no
jeans
let-up.
and shoes are still wet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're going to be.
Yeah.
So shout out to everyone who made it, because it was not a, that's just you showed up just to support, not because it was fun for you.
Yeah. And, going into this thing, Coach Prime has been saying if the weather is what we think it's going to be, what it was, we're going to abbreviate this thing. We're not going to be out there long, not going to have the people out there long. But the energy was so right.
Yeah.
It's like it went on as planned, man. I thought that was cool.
Jake?
Well, to your point, Coach was asked, is LeJontay featured? And he was like, that's just Shedeur.
Yeah.
He's going through his reads. He's just finding where to go with the ball.
Well, and he got everyone involved on that first drive. Amarian got a catch. Travis got a catch. LeJontay got a catch. Might have even been another one. But
let me ask y'all this. We have spent the offseason rebuilding the O-line. And for the first play to be a sack, what did y'all think?
not the first. I think it was the second play.
And it was Seton, too.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you like, oh, here we go again.
No.
Because I wasn't. I was like, hey, man, it's okay.
I was
Calm
like, that's
down.
a
We got
freshman.
this. Yeah. We got this.
To me, it was like, okay, this better not happen again
Yes.
soon.
Yes.
You know,
Like the next play.
How many games were there last year where it was like, all right, like this week, maybe this is the week they protect, and it's like
Yeah.
first down, sack, second down, run, third down, sack,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, well, we see how this is going to go today.
But I think after that,
They bounced back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like Jordan Seaton is a true freshman.
Yeah.
He's been on campus for a matter of weeks, barely. He's going to give up a sack. You know, he's going to have mistakes. He's still learning. For him, it's all about his immense talent and how he can bounce back.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Come on in, man.
Bring him in.
We got the mic down, the headset down here. Oh, we keep talking to you walks
Yeah.
in. We good.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I mean, I also got to give a shout out to Charlie.
Yep.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Charlie offered
Massive
on
congrats to Charlie.
scholarship, man.
Even a clap from the studio audience.
well deserved, something that has been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, he has worked so hard and absolutely deserves to be on
Man, when you
scholarship.
talk to Charlie, don't always give the Lord credit just like Coach Prime does. You talk to his dad is like, hey, man, if you ain't working 14 hours a day, you ain't working.
Yeah.
This is just what we do.
That was a crazy quote.
Crazy quote. Crazy
Is that in the
quote.
video? I saw
Yeah.
this in the video.
No, it's with Neely. Neely did an interview with him. He said, yeah, we say is if you aren't working 14 hours a day, you aren't working.
Yeah. So, Jake, by the Offerdahl standard, you, my friend, do not work.
Wow.
Because you're doing 13 and a half a day.
I guess so.
No,
You
he's
got to get
sleeping
14.
hours a day.
But what a big moment, man, to have his parents in the locker room, to get that scholarship. You know, he's totally balled out all spring. I think out of everybody on the team, Charlie does the most with his reps.
Yep.
Never has a playoff.
All right, we got to get the guest chair warmed up over there because we got our guy back. Those of you who were paying attention around Super Bowl time know about the legendary Lost interview.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, it was the greatest interview we've ever done, but no one will ever know because it was Alyssa's fault she lost it. But we got our guy, DC, Daryl Colbert, select QB, man.
I call him the GOAT trainer
Why?
because not only is he the GOAT of trainers, he trains GOATs.
Oh, my God.
Dog, you are killing.
Man, just say something. You don't have to kick my ankle.
You were talking.
Damn, you kicked him?
Yes!
Kicked him under the table?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's
What's
gone
up,
from
DC?
telling me what days we're going to do the show on to kicking me.
Oh, Lord. DC, what's up, man?
This is fun.
It is.
This is fun. I'm wet.
Yeah, we all are.
Yeah,
No Diddy.
yeah, no Diddy.
Hey, man, it's great to have you on again. Officially the first time for the people that are seeing this. This one won't get lost because we're live.
Yeah.
Best way to be.
So this one's good. But how did you feel about Shador's spring and just how he looked out there today? And what kind of things have you seen from him in terms of improvements?
I think it was good. I think the word that you just used was perfect. I think it was a big spring of just focusing on improving, right, getting better, focusing on shortening up some things, and just with the reps that he's getting, making sure that we're focusing on it. It's easy to do things when you're not in 7-on-7 or you're not in a team setting, right? But once you get in that team setting or anything like that, then it's pretty tough to kind of focus on it. But did a really good job on it. And I think, I see stuff from a different lens. So being able to, see touchdown he threw, the short stride, the hip rotation, different things like that, not leaning too much with his front side. So a lot of different things like that were really good.
Yeah.
Were y'all looking forward to, when you saw the weather forecast, the opportunity to perform in this kind of element? It's not inside, you're outside, ball's wet, ground's wet, et cetera.
Yeah, but I guess now that kind of affects like the draft plan because now teams that are cold and rainy, now they're gonna be looking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
not just the
kinda,
inside guy.
Yeah, not just the inside down south teams, right? So it's good though. Just being able to show that you can make those throws, downfield throws, not just being able to have to run the ball the entire time, but being able to make those downfield throws in the rain. It rained the entire time.
The entire time.
Just being able to have full control of the ball, no fumbles, no drop snaps, different things like that. That's something big, especially for a quarterback.
We already talked about LeJontay Wester. We saw last year Zay comes in, Shador and him immediately have chemistry. How is he able to really do that, just build chemistry so quickly over time? Did the same with Omarion. He just has success with almost everyone he plays with, it looks like.
I think it's this magic thing called spending time with him. you know. Just literally just spending time with them, you know, as much as we work out. Every time I'm here, we work out after practice and then the day after. And just being able to get with those guys and get on the same page with them, understand, you know, spending time with him when he's not at school, when we're in Houston working out, different things like that, getting those guys out there. And the more reps you get with someone, the better you get, right? You be able to see how they come out their routes, how they're going to run this route, why do they run this route. Getting on the same page with them, it just makes everything easier. Now we're just playing pitch and catch.
Yep.
Now it's time for your actual guess.
Now, I got one more for you.
Okay.
One more for you. Spring ball is over, right? All these installs, that kind of stuff. Now it's kind of back in the hands of the trainers. What are you doing these next 3 weeks or so before we report back? What's your focus?
Kind of getting on the same page, understanding, you know, he had his exit meeting. So kind of getting on the same page with his OC, just kind of seeing what else he wants him to work on in the offseason. And then, you know, we'll be with his receivers. So just really just continue to build that chemistry. Got a lot of new guys coming in, working with those guys, getting on the same page, all that type of stuff. So the stuff that we've been doing, right, it's not nothing new. We're not reinventing anything. You know, it's still football, you know, 3-step drop, 5-step drop, throw the ball. Just don't throw interceptions, throw touchdowns.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
You know?
All right, man.
Coach trainer.
Thank you for hopping on.
Hey, this is your seat anytime you want it,
I was
bro.
going to say, we want to have you on
Dancy.
again. And now,
No, it's not.
Look at this.
Dancy coming on.
Look at
Screw's
this.
coming on. Dancy's at the door.
look at this, man. Shador Sanders. Jake, Shador, I gotta set this up for you because
My favorite guy.
we were
What's up,
trying
dog?
we're trying to go live.
Yeah.
And then we hit up Jake. We're like, bro, let's go. And he's like, dude, I can't miss Shador's press conference.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're like, come on, like we'll talk to Shador soon.
No, he was sad, man.
We didn't know that you were gonna be pulling up just a few minutes
Nah,
later.
I got y'all, man. Y'all always show love to me, so and love to the team and love to the program. So we definitely got to take care of family.
Legendary.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. What was it like out there today, man?
It was fun.
Yeah?
It was fun for sure. It definitely the weather threw me off a little bit. I would say just waking up this morning, but I feel like I got in there, I got comfortable, and everything was fun.
Building up to this game, these 14 practices before today, the chemistry between you and your offensive line, what has that process been like?
The chemistry is great because we all hang out with each other off the field. That's the main thing. What's going on, you got to be able to connect with them. You got to be able to understand the why behind everything. So it would always be so they can always understand the purpose and why you're like this way and why what drives you all the time. So that's the main thing.
When you look back to 1 year ago from today, you know, it was snowing that day, raining this day, but when you think of how you felt with the team and the way you felt about where the team was going then versus now, what's different about it?
I feel like everybody's more comfortable within the scheme. I feel like it was like almost a military last year. Like, don't do this, do this. You know, like I don't really like playing the game like that, like having all my receivers available and understand the why behind why they're not available. So now everything's just fun and everything's just based off of like how I see the game, the reads, and basically what's going on the field.
Your relationship with Coach Sherman, your offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys like in the elevator laughing, fist bumping. Talk
Yeah.
about y'all's chemistry.
The chemistry is real cool because he accepts me for who I am. He don't look at the optics, you know, what the media could say because he don't even be on the social media. So he just sees me, you know, every day. And his daughters, you know, tell him sometimes like what's going on in the world. But other than that, he's just cool. So that's the thing. If you remove social media from anything, then and you actually get to know me and you're around me, then you won't have a weird opinion.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Weird was a good word to use.
Yeah,
too, by the
weird
way.
opinions. There's a lot of weird opinions out there these days.
A lot of weirdos, too.
Yeah. A lot of people can't drive either. So if you have a dent in your car, I'm not telling on nobody. I'm just
No,
saying.
that didn't happen.
I hope you're not talking about my Cybertruck.
I'm talking about your truck.
I got good insurance, so it don't matter.
Speaking of Pat, you know, when we talked to you at the Super Bowl, it was more of like what you were hoping for from the offense. Obviously, you had talked to him,
Yeah.
but now that you've been able to get out there and feel what it's like to be in this offense this year, how excited are you about what's to come?
I'm really excited because he listens to me. You know, he listens to me also. It's like it's a working relationship to where it's not just like a dictatorship to where he tell you this is it and it's just like this, and I'm able to tell him, you know, how I feel out there. Like sometimes if it's working, I say, let's go. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. And then, you know, you don't think twice because it's just a different type of trust. We know this is the big year. We know this is the year we got to do everything. So it's all hands on deck, and he knows how serious I am. I know how serious he is just about this upcoming year. So I feel like he'll definitely put the fate in my hands.
We asked you about LeJohntay at the Super Bowl, and you told us, you know, just about his route running and timing and all that. Just what's it been like this spring, just building that chemistry with him, and how excited are you?
What's crazy is we worked on that same route yesterday.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. We got the videos. We worked on that same route he caught the touchdown on yesterday. So that just shows you, like, you know, reps on reps on reps of throwing, seeing things the same way with the receivers is going to work. I trust the process with everything, and I just know it would always be very beneficial if everybody's on the same page.
Yeah. Do you have some things you're looking forward to working on specifically during the offseason?
Yeah, of course. Definitely footwork. Of course, getting my legs, core a little stronger, I would say. But the main thing is footwork, keeping my foot active, rotating my hip a little bit more. And that's it. Just be flawless. So that's the main thing.
Thursday night, you saw, you know, Caleb Williams get drafted number 1 overall. Just watching that event, do you allow yourself to start thinking about what it could be like to have your name called first?
Nah, I got to keep the main thing. The main thing, if I look too far ahead, I won't be able to understand what's going on right now. So the main thing is we got to win games. I want to be a perfectionist. I want to be able to perfect my craft to where the team will always be able, and us will always be able to benefit from that. If I'm on point, then we're all going to be on point. So that's mentally, that's being a leader, that's off the field, that's everything. So it's all about my mental.
We saw Charlie get his scholarship today. Just what's it been like playing with him in the backfield, and what does he bring to you guys' offense?
Charlie's a good guy. Nobody could ever complain or say they ever had an attitude about Charlie because Charlie's a great guy. So it's exciting that he's a well-deserved player, and there's a couple more players, you know, that deserve scholarships. But he was the first one to do it, so it was really exciting.
You got a very talented wide receiver room right now. Everybody's saying, you know, top 5, top 4 in the nation. More are coming. As quarterback, what's your role in getting them all together on the same page, or is that up to the receiver coach, or do you play a part in that?
It's definitely I play a part of it, but only playing to their strengths. Like, if I know this guy doesn't run this great of a route, we're going to switch him. We're not going to let you run that, you know. So, but we're not going to be predictable also, though. But I could cancel out some reads if I know this guy doesn't do this great.
Yeah. That's what we do with you.
Yeah, I know.
We're canceling out your ad reads.
They're yours too, brother.
Yeah, that's true. You do great. You put out on social the other day kind of just about everyone who's been with us has been with us, and everyone who isn't hasn't.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, as you go through kind of each of these portal periods, does it feel like each time you distill the team down to like a purer form of the people who are the most bought in?
Yeah, of course. If anybody has any doubt or any worries about anything, then they're not going to be comfortable in their own skin. We need players that's only comfortable in their own skin, that doesn't have no hate towards nobody, that's no jealousy, no nothing. So that's the main thing.
Legendary,
man.
Definitely.
Grown, we appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you, my
Man,
man.
guy.
Hey, that's
There he
Shedeur
is.
Sanders, number 2.
Best quarterback in the country.
Yes,
Future
sir.
number 1
In all
overall
countries. I polled Russia as well.
pick. Oh, yeah? They don't have anyone out there?
It's like Iran got nothing. Like it's number 1.
I mean,
period.
Hey, best basketball player in the world's from Serbia.
Oh man, Kobe Paul is. Hey, I got grown. I interviewed them. It's gonna go up. Like, yeah, with the freestyle.
Thanks, too.
His former teammates from Jackson State in the building. 2 receivers.
Yeah, who was that?
Stud Steele, Kobe Paul. They were receivers. C.J. Holmes was a corner. So they came to the game today.
Love it,
Yeah,
man.
stood out there in the rain.
I just need to make sure everyone understands what happened. No one asked him to do that.
No.
That was, yeah.
No.
Nobody asked him to do
And
that.
if Alyssa leaves the door open, we might get another one.
Yeah. we can open the door again and see if
This is an open door policy.
That's
killer.
That's just what Shedeur is. And I love that he said it. You know, if you know me and you're not consumed by social media and this, that, and the other, you might not have a weird opinion of me.
Yeah.
But
He's also on the way to check his side panel on his truck, though.
You did scare him, bro.
Yeah, oh no, no. He looked up like what? Like
He's like, no, please tell me you didn't hit my car. I'm pretty sure those things don't dent, though. I thought
well,
that was the
we're gonna find out.
Yeah, they're indestructible, right?
But that's just unreal stuff from
man.
best quarterback in the country. And
Yes, sir.
the DraftKings favorite to go number 1 overall in next year's draft. Those odds are already out. He is plus 100, a heavy favorite.
As if
to
it
be the
was
number
ever
one.
a doubt.
Well, there were a lot of doubters.
Well, they
Just
don't know
not-
ball.
Exactly. As I tweeted out this morning, I thought I was be able to make some money off this, but I fear DraftKings knows
Oh
ball.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, you can't make any money off of it. You bet $1, get a penny.
Alyssa, can you do a favor for me? Yes. Can you get my laptop out of my backpack, please? And do you want to tell us about Toyota?
That would be.
I love my Toyota, man. And I love Toyota, the company. Did you see what they pulled up to our tailgate with today?
I didn't.
Let me show you this, dude, because Toyota pulled up with the beautiful truck decked out with our logo
Oh, that's
on
killer.
it, with the DNVR on the side, the official, what does it say?
Oh, shout out to Toyota.
DNVR tailgate, best in the city.
You got to let the tailgate down though.
We did need to drop that down, but no
Yeah.
one was sitting out there because we had tents just
I
to the left
understand.
of this.
Yeah, I understand. And it was raining.
But shout out to Toyota, man. They've been such a great partner for us. And I tried to buy this Tundra. I literally said, "Give me the number. What's
Yeah.
it? I'll run to the bank right
And
now
leave
and
the,
get you."
leave the stuff on there.
Yeah, leave it on there. I'll get the cash for you.
Yeah.
And I think they thought I was joking, so they never gave me an answer. But I
Thank
was
you so
like,
much.
Well, it's just they do the banks were closed on Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, are they?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think that's just Sunday.
Oh, really?
I don't go to the bank.
You are the bank.
Shout out to Shador again, man. That was sick. And
Yeah.
shout out to Toyota. Visit your front
And
range.
the GOAT QB trainer.
Yes, of course, Coach DC.
And visit your Front Range Toyota stores. And as Jake would say, one of them is Stevenson Toyota, but it's not. It's Stevenson.
But I bet it's on the front range.
It is in the
It's
front
on the
range.
front range.
I know the front range. If y'all ever get lost on the front range and you're not sure if you're even in the front range, text me. Drop a location. I'll be like, yep, you're in the front range. I'm going to say, can you see it? Are you looking at it?
Yep. There it
Then
is.
you're here. That's where you are then.
If you see it, you're in it.
I'd also shout out to Circa Sportsbooks, the best place to bet on sports, especially if you're in Vegas. Go hang out at Circa, the beautiful Circa Resort and Casino. That place is just incredible. We are still a few months out, but I know the next time we're back, I'm going to be 10 times more excited than I am now for this football season because it'll be Big 12 Media Day.
It will be. We'll be there together.
Exciting. Maybe we'll see that guy that we just saw again.
Probably will.
Yeah,
Right.
I think
Both
it's
of them.
pretty good. Yeah, definitely. But if you are in Colorado, you do not have to go to Vegas to bet with Circa. You can download the Circa Sportsbook app right now at circasports.com.
I'm
Circa
doing it
Sports-
as we speak.
Appreciate you. Circa Sports bets can only be made while physically located in the state of Colorado. Must be 21 or older. All rights reserved. Circa Sports Colorado encourages you to gamble responsibly. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER or visit problemgamblingcolorado.org.
Also want to give a shout out to the Belcher family, and I might butcher this pronunciation, but I believe the Kostalniks. The Belchers and the Kostalniks, they graciously welcomed Allie and I into their suite today.
That's sweet.
I've never watched.
Did you see what I did there?
Yes, I
They're
did see
sweet,
it.
and I said that's
Yes.
sweet.
I've never watched football from a suite at Folsom Field, and I've pretty much watched football from anywhere you can watch football at Folsom Field. So they graciously welcomed us up there today, which there couldn't have been a better day for it than today
Yeah.
to be in a suite.
Today was a sweet day.
But it
to
was
be in a
really,
suite.
really cool, and that was very, very generous of them.
Did they meet Mr. Crab RK?
They did not.
You will get invited back then.
Yeah, I mean, I have to be careful about getting Mr. Crab RK out if
Yeah.
Shador is going to be joining us on postgame shows.
That's true. That's true.
It's like, these things go viral.
Yeah.
You talk
Yeah.
to a Sanders, and then all of a sudden there's going to be a clip of me on SportsCenter just absolutely tuned up, slurring a question to Shador Sanders. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Oh, man.
We got some commits. What we got? Recruits? What you want to talk?
I kind of want to get back into the game.
Let's do it.
If we can.
Guide
Really
us,
quick,
man.
You guys mentioned DC, but I just want to say, we still have to get him on. Because he was just he felt like he was a placeholder for Shador.
I
And I was
know.
like, I don't feel that way at all. I want to
No,
keep talking
for
to you, but
sure.
I also know Shador has 37 people waiting for him over here.
Yeah.
So we still got to get him a longer segment. And maybe one day that lost segment will pull up. I love the face that he made at Alyssa when she said
I know.
it was her fault.
I love how you owned it.
It was
I'll own it.
it was very much like Jimmy Horn doing the Warren Sapp.
Yes. Yes. Or my Arizona vodka face.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
I want to go back to the spring game, though, because I think there's still a lot that we can touch on here. No running backs, as you said.
Yeah.
And then Isaiah Harge just comes in and balls out.
Good for him, man. That was exciting.
He was the most impressive player today.
Okay.
He's an athlete, man.
Yeah.
He's an athlete.
I mean, this is Isaiah Harge, who was the other player wearing a silver practice jersey last year, meaning he was playing both ways.
Yeah.
Started at wide receiver, got work at corner, and then they run out of running backs. They just look and they're like, well, that guy can do anything.
Anything.
And they give him the run, and they give him the rock. And I thought he looked good, man. Like
He did. And let me pile some more on him because I don't want to take anything from him. But also at practice this past week, shout out to like the offensive line and Shador or Staub when they were in with him and coached them up. You know, because he's been totally detached from it. And because of them and his athleticism, he was able to get behind it like, no, right there. Like, we're going to open up for you right there.
Yeah.
Just follow.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, he's 30 yards down the field.
Yeah, I mean, he's excited. I thought he looked explosive.
Yeah.
Comfortable.
They have something there.
Yeah, and obviously you've got, multiple other running backs coming in the fall, but he's different than those guys, so there might be a role for him at that position. It's a guy that, like we said, with that much athleticism, just let him find a way on.
Yeah.
Wherever you need him, let him go try.
Yep. Christian Sarum had a few nice carries today, too.
Yeah, he broke one on the one defense.
Yep, he did. Defensively, I thought the first-team defensive line was pretty interesting. Tajay McCoy, Shane Cokes, and Quinn Barnes, Sam Okunlola.
Yeah, very interesting. And Neely, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm guessing that this stuff is kind of fluid throughout the spring, and it's like if you had a great practice yesterday, I'm going to reward you by getting up with the ones today? Or do you think that this was like a capstone of the spring? Like if you're starting in the spring game, that means you're almost like a spring achievement award.
It's more of your first one.
Okay.
Excuse me. It's more of your first one. Because you also have some little nagging injuries that have taken place.
Yep.
And so you're holding those guys out.
Yep.
Like, did you see Balak Bully?
I did not.
No.
He's going to be in that group.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. But, he was held out today because it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. It's not worth it taking an aggravating injury to a serious injury for a spring game in the rain. But then on the other side of that, you do have people like, man, that guy, let me put it to you this way. Without Charlie's slight little injury, you can imagine how much he's been featured today.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He might have played quarterback today.
Yeah.
Like he might.
It was Charlie Day.
Yeah, it would have been Charlie Alford all day.
Yeah.
But it's like, damn, can't do it, can't risk it. But that D-line,
Yeah.
it's improved, man.
Oh, yeah. Dude, first-team D-line, they had a series where they completely stopped the offense. They had 2 TFLs and a sack.
Yep. Knockdown pass on another one.
Yep.
Yeah. Sticky coverage from the DBs. I mean, man.
I loved what I saw from Preston Hodge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He looked, sticky is the
Yeah.
perfect way to explain what he looked like out there. And
Look how these guys are back. They missed Shador's interview.
they heard
like
sticky
they just been
and
gone.
they got over here. It is not hard to play defensive back in the rain. To me, it's always an advantage to the player who knows which direction they're going.
Yeah.
That dude looked like he knew the plays before they were called.
Yeah.
Yep.
This past week at practice, Travis was 90% defense this week. And had some plays that he made that were even beyond his athletic abilities. And the guys on offense was like, oh, man, he's been over here all week, the week before us. Like, you can't let him be here right now, coach. He knows what we're running.
I see.
Yeah.
He knew the –
Oh, yeah.
And that's not to go on a whole Travis tirade. That's what makes Travis so special.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he actually processes and remembers that
Yep.
stuff and then can use it to his advantage against the other side. So,
And was helping getting other people in their place. Hey, that's coming your way. That's coming your way.
yeah, he knows he knows what's going on every play.
And he was targeted, about the first 3 of the 5 throws
Yeah,
today?
he got a few. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he had 4 receptions on that first drive.
Yeah.
Sticking with DBs, how about my guy Israel Solomon, man?
Should have had a pick.
He should have had a pick, bro.
Should have had a pick.
Damn.
Would have had a big
Might
hit on
have had
Travis.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's flying around,
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah. Would have had a big hit. I was like, don't do it, Izzy. Don't do it.
Who else? Nathaniel Watson had a big TFL on Morgan Pearson. Morgan Pearson got some running back work today, too. How about Tristan Maroy? This guy can ball.
Yep. I'm glad he got to show it. You know, because there's a lot of times you don't get all the reps or you don't make all the reps. You don't make the most of all the reps. But he was able to show people today, like, I belong on this team. Mm-hmm. I belong in the lineup. You know, I can help. Because, you know, there are always two questions. Can you help us win now?
Yeah.
Can you help us win with development?
So
he checks both boxes.
Can I guess his number based off of a player that I saw making plays that I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not sure who that is? 25.
Nope.
Okay. Who's 2.5?
25 defense?
Yep.
That is Jalen Wester.
Okay.
59 is Tristan Murrah, the edge rusher.
Yeah, he's the one who had the sack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's another one.
I call him Jesus.
Probably would have been my second guess if I thought about it. But I thought
Thank you
Jalen
for laughing at that.
I thought Jalen
I guess
Wester
I
was
should
good out
say
there.
I call him stereotypical force down our throats image of Jesus. If that's the long name.
What were you saying about Jalen?
He stood out to me. I thought Jalen looked really really comfortable out there.
No one's going to mention JB, my guy.
JB did play really well.
Thank you, man.
You got to mention your guys.
Yeah, thank you. Even T.O., I talked to T.O., he was like, man, 42, JB, man, he's flying around out there. It's like, thank you. I'm clipping that and I'm throwing it in RK and Jake's face.
On a team full of guys that are easy to root for, JB is so high up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, good guy, man. Good guy.
Coach was asked about him in the press conference today, and he gave a glowing overview of what he's done to – because I guess JB was kind of going back and forth between inside, outside, what he wanted to do. But Coach Prime just glowingly about what JB has done the last year and a half.
I didn't hear what Coach Prime said, but let me throw this on there. So JB comes from Jackson State and with the wave of students that transfer with Prime. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we always talk about quarterbacks and how they get over that hurdle of having multiple OCs. For JB to keep switching positions and then excel at it, learn it, grasp it, I think we're diminishing the cerebral part of what he brings to the table. His physical gifts are just there.
Yeah.
You know, the dude could just model if he wanted to. But for him to be 1 week and play this position, next week that side, and once he gets on the learning curve, it's like he's always been playing that position. Like he's a utility knife out there for this defense.
That's awesome.
I don't know what room he's going to stay in the most. Like, is he going to stay with Coach Hart or go with Coach Dancy? Or just meet him in the middle somewhere? Because he can play both.
Where do you think?
Dancy.
I think I'm going to say Dancy, and here's why. I think the linebackers that we're going to sign during this portal period are going to make it easier for us to bump him to the edge.
Got one during the game.
We did.
Yep.
We will get to those very quickly. I just want to empty the bag here. I thought the offensive line, Tyler Brown in particular, looks amazing.
Yeah.
I love Tyler.
I mean, that guy was passing off blocks. He just looks like the most athletic lineman out there, really.
And just super comfortable. And I think that is, you know, as hard as it was for him to not play last season, and it was bullshit that he didn't get to play last season. But the way that he approaches things and the way that he attacked that opportunity, to me, just from the comfort that I saw from him today, was he took that time to not only get stronger, which we already know he's a beast in the weight room, but to really take the mental reps and understand and think the game from his position. And it was so clear out there today. That's just like, oh yeah, like you mentioned, he's passing off a block or he's getting his set right. It's just like, man, he looks really comfortable and honestly like a future NFL lineman.
Yeah, absolutely.
And don't sleep on this. Who's next to him to his left?
Jordan Seaton.
And do you know why?
Because Tyler is probably the best offensive lineman on the team right now.
Well, and he's the best possible mentor.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
Tyler can play that entire offensive line when need arises. But he's where he is because he can talk to this freshman.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, all right, that.
Well, he's in between two young guys. He's got Hank on his right.
Yep.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, man. He's killing it out there.
I almost made a joke about being in between two young guys, but I let that go.
Jeez, man.
No, did he?
Torian Carter made some plays. He had a PBU at the line of scrimmage on Shador as well. Anything else that you guys want to throw out? Brady Kopetz, first tight end out there.
Yep.
Savell Small's second tight end in 12 personnel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I don't know how much we're going to see of that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that when this new upgrade, I mean, we already got a dynamic receiver room, but when these other guys get here, and oh my God, Shepard's so tall. When this new room gets there, you're going to have just four of your best out there.
Yep.
At all times.
Almost exclusively single high man.
Yeah, they did a lot of like pre-snap movement into a too high shell. I saw sometimes, but it was aggressive.
Yeah,
it was very aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, I love looking out there and just seeing that fence. It's just single high. You got a fence in the middle of the field, and it's like, come get us.
Yep.
Because it lets you know you got talent now.
Exactly. That's a we believe in our guys call.
My 11 are better than yours. Come at me.
Caleb Mathis had a huge play too. Jimmy Horn had a few catches. Omarion got a lot of work that first drive also. Anything else?
Prediction.
4?
This time next year or before, Caleb's going to get called up and get a scholarship.
I love it.
That was a sick little run on the reverse.
Yeah, and he got it back to back too. They're like, you know what? Screw it, flip it.
When they gave it back to him, I was like, he's tired, man. What are we doing? Just ran 60 yards.
And Destin Wade delivered a strike over the seam. That Caleb tough catch, man. That's just what he does.
And he didn't even go down. He stayed on his feet too. I thought he was going to go down.
Yep.
I still didn't see anyone today in this 15th practice. That gap between Staub and 3 and 4 and 5 is still widened.
You know what?
Yeah,
I was sitting in up there in the stands, and I almost wanted to start the show by saying, "Dude, you know what you're talking about."
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You were right on
I appreciate that
one.
acknowledgement.
Yeah, you were right on that.
When you're
one.
at practice every day and you're watching and taking notes, I was like, okay, this battle ain't getting closer. Like, it's going that way.
Yep.
So you got Shador and you got Staub, sure, but if you're out there watching, portal's open. Come on, Colorado.
And I still think there's an opportunity to mess around with Walter Taylor and some Wildcat style.
Just go jumbo and run the ball with him. My God.
Yeah.
And let them know when you see him, we're running.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, I mean,
No need
you're
for it.
going to have the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, he is very much.
Okay, let's hit a break. Shout out to our wonderful friends over at Breckenridge Brewery. We had a great time at the farmhouse on Thursday for our draft show.
Well, a lot of people did. You didn't.
That is true. No, I had fun, man.
Did he get kicked out again from somewhere?
No. He was just sad the Broncos picked Bo Nix.
Man, did you see?
Look, Jake, let me help you out. I know you got to do an ad read, but let me help you out. Just admit you are now a San Diego Chargers fan, man, and leave it alone.
No. Shador was asked in the press conference if he was bummed that the Broncos took a quarterback. He said, yeah, man, I don't know what's next now.
Damn, bro. Don't tell me that. It makes me so sad.
Wait, who said that?
Shador.
I should have said something to him.
I got
about
2 words for you. Go Cowboys.
I mean,
He's
it would
gonna
be
be a
sick for him to
Raider,
go to the
bro.
Cowboys. If he goes to the Raiders, put out some sort of watch on me.
Did you see that 247 mock draft that has the Broncos at 5th taking a receiver over Shador?
Well, and someone said to me at the tailgate today, shout out to him. They were like, we were so fixated on endure for Shador, we didn't even think about the fact that we could just suck for Travis.
I mean, if there's
Doesn't have the ring to it that Endure for Shador does. But
I'll think of something.
you got
because Suck for Travis may even need a no Diddy with it.
Well, okay.
Like, I don't know if you can just run out and just say,
blunder for Hunter.
you got to give me something better than Suck for Travis.
We're working on it. But I didn't even think about it. If the Broncos are bad, but not that bad, you can get Travis at number 3 or something.
Last year, like when we first got here last year, driving Travis towards NIL, he looks over what I call my house because I'm 50.
That's what it's called.
Okay. He says, man, just think I could play there too.
I know. And then there was a video, when they're in that little area where they have all the NFL stuff right outside the locker room early on. I think it was just destroying. And he said, where do you want to play? And he pointed to the Broncos logo.
It could happen.
Anyway, shout out to Breckenridge Brewery. We're done with spring. I can't wait to go home and crack a few Breck brews tonight because we did the damn thing.
We did. Crack the
You know, if we weren't done with spring, you were going to still.
Oh, absolutely. Of course.
You going to come turn up at the bar with me for the Nuggets game? Come on.
Vibes are high. Let's do
Let's
it.
rally.
Hold on. Check out the beer locator at www.breckbrew.com to find a Breck brew near you.
Also, shout out to True Fan Travel. A lot of interest today at the tailgate about our trips to Nebraska and Orlando. Someone even showed me that they had an email about it. So,
it went out.
We're popping. We're live.
Mm-hmm.
And the interest in Orlando has spiked up with the dry-aged Ralphie Neely Challenge.
Oh, God. How many, are you going to take an extra bag?
Yeah.
Just full of dry-aged Ralphies?
I'm coming to DNVR bar 6 days before the game, buying 5 Ralphies,
What's that, Tuesday?
and they're traveling with me.
Monday?
And we're going to have a group.
We're leaving early that week too, though, right?
So I got to buy them even earlier.
We'll see, huh?
Jasmine says tank for Trav.
Okay,
Let's go.
That's
better than suck for Trav.
It's better than suck for Trav. Tank for Trav. There you go.
Zay has not been selected yet.
Wait,
I've got
truefantravel.com/trips to book
There
your
you
trip
go.
with us.
Zay has not been selected yet. I've got the draft on right now. I'll let y'all know if anything happens. We are in the middle of the 6th round. Looks like pick 219-ish.
The Broncos are low-key cooking.
Audric Estime.
Yes. Yes, Audric Estime is a beast.
Yeah, he is. This was a massive recruiting weekend. Absolutely ginormous, and the commitments are coming.
Oh, yeah.
Earlier this morning, we got the first one. Shout out Coach Riz, by the way.
Riz Perez, dog catcher.
Yeah, for just letting us know. It's appreciated more than.
Oh, yeah, with the timestamps.
Yeah, it's appreciated more than anyone will ever know. 2025 3-star tight end Corbin Leisure
Yeah.
commits to Colorado. He is from Tennessee. He has tight end / D end in his bio, 6'5", 225. I think this is the first freshman tight end we've had come in, right?
Yes. In the entire prime era, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then finally, Nakai Hill-Green made his decision, and it's Colorado.
Bang.
This guy was a 2020 4-star recruit, started his career at Michigan, played at Michigan, but entered the portal after the 22 season with the Charlotte. 3rd team All-AAC, 2nd in the team in tackles, had like 9 TFLs, I think 4 sacks, 4 passes defense, and a few forced fumbles too.
Yep.
So you're telling me that even this early, the ones coming in way more than the ones going out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And we talk about the room a lot. You know,
Yeah.
the room just got better. This is the room we're in right now.
Yeah.
That room.
We
just
were in the
got better.
linebacker room. Shout out to Coach Hart.
I'll tell you this: the coaching staff is really excited about this one.
Mm-hmm.
They really like this guy, obviously, but even as recently as last night, hearing great things about him.
Yeah, Coach Prime mentioned the recruits. He said in the press conference they've got 4 more corners coming.
So 2 of them we already knew about,
Mm-hmm.
and then I assume 2 more.
Boozy. And then we got Alex Graham, the IMG kid.
Yes.
He plays corner. That was last night.
Wasn't he safety? Safety slot, maybe just DB?
It says DB. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
But we got him last night.
Love it.
He is a high 4-star from IMG. And then Jordan Seaton tweets out last night, IMG to Boulder, or the buff emoji.
And I said it, pretty recently on the show, I said that IMG pipeline is going to be the majority of Colorado's high school recruiting, I think, for a while now.
Absolutely.
Between Seaton, between
Big
George Hegeman. I don't know.
That's good enough.
All right.
Yeah, you're right there.
By the way, I stood next to him last night.
So that is a grand human being.
That I couldn't say it better myself. That is like, wow. But between that and, just Coach Prime's focus on Florida, Coach Prime's focus on, the professionalism around this, IMG is kind of on a different level when it comes to preparing these guys to get to college football, and I think Coach Prime absolutely loves that.
And even the off the field stuff.
Yeah.
The very first time I met Jordan Seaton, I'm in Jason Phillips' wide receiver's office. He's coming down, doing introductions. As most days right here, the camera's like already rolling. And so like, oh, he's right here. Flip to it, and he just rambled, right? Like introduced himself.
Yeah.
And when I cut the camera off, he's like, yeah, they teach us that at IMG.
Oh, yeah. They're doing media there, all sorts of stuff. And, even just being at the dinner last night, shout out 5430 Alliance for putting on a great event at the dinner last night. But, Jordan's there, and he's, senior level of, going around, shaking hands, talking to people, working the room. It's very impressive.
We haven't even talked about that dinner yet.
Yeah, we can talk more about it on Monday.
Okay. Many more commitments are coming in, though.
Oh, yeah.
There is a lot of momentum with this football program right now.
The haters are in shock.
Oh,
They're pretty quiet right now.
They're going to have
pretty
absolutely
quiet.
nothing to say very, very soon.
Did you see our old friend Bud laying down the foundation today? Getting out ahead of it?
Buddy Boy?
Yep.
No. What'd he say?
He's like, Colorado might get some actual Louis today. I'll have my eye on it.
Man, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Actually, way to go, Jake.
I can't go further or else it's going to get too spicy.
No, let's get spicy, Jake.
I can't.
Let's turn up the heat.
I can't.
Get some Mountain Dew. Go with a metal like a spider monkey.
Why did
It just felt like how like something I would tweet like before the Chiefs play in the Super Bowl. Like,
Right.
Mahomes might win a Super Bowl today.
Yeah.
I'll be watching, you know.
Hater alert.
Why didn't I get a Mountain Dew?
These are not Mountain Dews, bro.
Oh, it's
Gatorade.
Gatorade?
Double electrolytes.
And this is when you were crying about missing Shador's press conference when we got these. And look how the Lord blessed you.
Dude,
Yeah.
that
true.
was
Trust us.
you were the football gods, whatever, the media gods shine down on you today.
Yeah, they have. They
And
really
it will
have.
again. If you listen to Unc and RK, you'll be blessed again.
I had a great day
Stop
today.
fighting us. He walks in the room, he's like, what?
Yeah, I texted Jake and said, "Could you come out after the next press conference?" He walked over. He's like, "What?" We're like, "Let's do the show."
But Shador. Fanboy, come on, man.
Man's just trying to do his job.
I am.
Be a
That's all I'm
journalist for
trying to do.
once.
I ain't no journalist.
I ain't either.
I'm a content creator.
Hey, man,
I'm a guy.
let him know.
I'm sucking for Travis.
Jesus H. Anything else on recruiting and stuff? I mean,
I will say this about
Go
recruiting.
ahead.
Because you guys have been in the building the past couple of days.
Yep.
The size.
Dude,
oh yeah.
guy just walked by. I was
Yeah.
like, "Is that another NFL Hall of Famer?"
Going
that
to
just
the
walked-
offensive line room. The size of the guys.
Yeah,
If we just get half that are visiting size-wise.
it's just. I mean, you weren't here for a year before it. You're only seeing the evolution from last year to this year, and it's like when you stack another year on it, it's just unbelievable.
It really is.
The difference in the type of player, and I mean, even if you just look out on the field, and there's like a guy like Torian Carter out there.
Yeah.
And it's just like, we didn't have guys like that.
No. Not at all.
If there's
we didn't even get a C block bully, but like that's another one. I was joking around with a fan of another team when Block Bully left the office that day, and I said, "You guys don't have anyone who looks like that."
Or they can stop him.
No.
He's a block bully. He's our block buddy, but he's a block bully. Only thing we got left to work on around here, you know, if I compare today to last year and we fast forward to next year this time, is we just can't allow people to be in the studio with red shoes on, man. There's no red in the building.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
I was gonna let it go, you know.
No,
It's
like-
your guy.
Ain't my guy. Not in this building. Like, we got rules, man. Like, this,
He's saying you told him to wear those shoes.
No,
You picked him
no.
out personally.
no, wouldn't do that.
I wasn't there for this, but we stayed at my parents' house last night, and Allie was talking to my mom this morning, and she said she was like, "Make sure like he wears some gloves or something," and brought out a red pair of gloves, and Allie was like,
Can't
"He
do
is
it.
not gonna wear those."
Can't do it.
Do you want to shout out Illegal Pete's real quick?
Sure, Illegal Pete sounds great right now.
Shout out to them for feeding everyone today.
Yep, they fed us at the tailgate today, and man, it was cold out there. But those that little catering setup they gave us kept the food warm.
Man, you just got me hungry.
I know.
I want a burrito that, like, they can't even close it.
And then eat it 6 days later.
Yeah.
That guacamole is all brown and
But
shit.
that's why you get the guac to the side. I learned that from you.
Yes, sir. You're
Put
right.
it on the
You're
side.
right.
So, anyways, yeah, shout out to Legal Pete's, the guac bully.
Man, you might think you just Komada. I think you just coined something.
I might have just set up our guy with an NIL deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
And then shout out to all the DNVR diehards, man. We saw some of them come out today to the tailgate. It was good to catch up with them, hang out with them. But guys, sign up to become a DNVR diehard over at thednvr.com. The perks are basically endless. Honestly, you get a free TV shirt. You get this T-shirt. You get discounts at the bar. You get discounts on all our events, tailgates, all that stuff, and you get to join the Discord. And I'm telling y'all right now, the Discord's never been hotter than it is right now.
It's popping.
Especially in the Buffs channel. Oh, yeah.
It's popping.
We love a hot Discord.
Yeah. Get in there if you want to know what's going on. That's all I'll say.
Alyssa, how many
had
likes
them,
are we at?
We had them popping last week, I bet.
All right, if we get to 800 likes, We're going to play a funny video from the tailgate this morning. I just sent it in Buff's assignments.
Oh, man.
Is it starring him?
Yeah,
because I heard oh man, like he didn't want
Yeah, no, this is him. Usually it's me acting a fool at the tailgate that you guys want to see. But
I didn't act a fool.
You didn't act a fool.
I don't think we should like rest on 800 with this. We should just do it once she downloads it.
Well,
no, we're going to get to 800.
we're going to earn it.
Yeah, no, we're going to get to 800. Like the people are not going to let us down. I'm saying let's go ahead and reward them with the video before we get to 800 because we know after they see the video we're going to 1,000.
All right, I got to connect to the Wi-Fi so it sends.
I don't really know where to go with this segment, honestly. I guess just what's next for this team, I cannot wait to see. I absolutely cannot wait to see what this team is going to do in the fall this year.
Well, what's next is exit interviews. You heard from the GOAT QB trainer. Shador's already had his. I mean, it's pretty simple exit interview there. The rest
Talk
will be
to you tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. leave your stuff in your locker.
Yeah.
You'll be coming back.
Yeah, you could stay.
Yeah, so that's typically Sunday, Monday, maybe even part of Tuesday. I think Coach Prime probably has Big 12 coaches conference coming up next week. Then it's really on the road recruiting for the position coaches. Then everybody's back here around Memorial Day to get the bus kicked by strength and conditioning again.
Yep. I wouldn't blame anyone who wants to go home or go on vacation or anything like that, but. Man, I we were talking to some of the guys last night, and everyone we asked, they said, "No, I think I'm going to stay around and work."
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think like compared to this time last year, more are going to stay this first full week of May and then go somewhere for the next 2 weeks instead of just the immediacy of like I'm getting the hell out of here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Count me into getting the hell out of here quickly. Category though, love it. I love it, and that's not negative, but got family at home.
That hurts.
Let's talk about the portal because after this time last year, the day after is when everyone left.
Yeah.
What should we expect in the next coming days, really?
I think that the haters could expect to continue to be quiet.
Really?
Yeah, I think that there's some key conversations that have taken place during these visits that some of the things we're missing are going to be added to, like the room we're sitting in. I think there's going to be an upgrade in the linebacker room that will allow you to do some creative things like move JB over to Dancy's room.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to an experienced quarterback coming in.
Okay.
I want that to happen. I can't think of names that are on the list top of my head, but I think that's going to be a key. We got to always remember about the portal. The deadline is to get in it.
Yes.
Yep.
You can get out of it August, So there's going to always be a hunt, for who's in there that can help us now, who's in there that can help us with development. So I think throughout this summer, Colorado, Coach Prime is going to continue to sign players.
And, I mean, there's grad transfers who can kind of do whatever the hell they want.
We got Juju late in the process.
Yeah, last year we kind of thought we were done. Then Juju Mitchell just shows up at practice one day.
And I think that's the kind of backup QB we're going to get.
Okay.
Because even with Staub, you had a guy who has embraced, hey, dude, I know I'm not taking that guy's job. That's not my job to take his job. My job is to help this room get better, work with the receivers, the scout team, da-da-da-da-da. But you see what Staub can do when he gets in the game. And I'm thinking – if this offense flows the way it can compared to how we were stagnant last year, we're going to have a significant number of games that two is not playing late third or fourth quarter.
That would be amazing. That would be so amazing.
Looking forward to it. Put some points up.
How many kids, you don't have to put a number on it, but how much transfers out do you think we're going to see in the next 3 days before the portal closes?
You're definitely going to get some. Shout out to the ones that want to stay and complete the spring game, even in – with a weather for it. We knew it was going to rain today, Monday. It hadn't been a secret. But folks have stuck around. I think you're going to see some guys who got an opportunity to show some stuff today. They're going to test those waters for more opportunity. Because as I said back in February, this team is loaded, right? We have depth, and then you have depth that is coming in. They've already committed. They're just not here yet. So this is the weekend, that you get you some burritos, beer over at Legal Pete's and sit down and have conversations. Because you may have to, move somewhere else for an opportunity.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a couple that happen in the next few days, but there's also guys coming in. So
I would say minimum 3, and I'm gonna cap it at 5 between now and the 30th.
And like you said, the portal will be closed, but they'll be still be doing visit weekends, recruiting weekends here, because there's still great players out there available.
Yeah, and the coaches, like I said, are on the road. That window of time they get to get out of here, and the staff has the nation divided up, and you're going to recruit that area and do your visits. You're over here, yep. And they're going to do some hunting and some dog catching.
Let's go.
But people say Coach Prime doesn't go sit in anybody's living room.
Clowns.
Okay. Yeah, damn clowns.
What do you think they say next after this offseason?
They'll always find something.
Yeah, they're going to find something, particularly with Ken with those red shoes
I
on.
predicted this morning. And this is one of the many reasons why I think Coach Prime is staying around after this year. The next thing is going to be, the only reason he won is because his son was the number 1 overall pick. And so he just lucked out that he had him on his team. I guarantee you that's what it'll be, because they're going to win this year, and that's what people will say. And so then he's going to have to run it back with Julian Lewis or someone else, and then he's going to want to prove all those people wrong.
Mm-hmm.
How about the tripling down today to the crowd that Coach Prime about taking Peggy to a bowl game this year?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Guaranteeing it.
Yep.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
That's all right. I love it.
People in the chat asked for Charlie. Was Charlie's hurt? Been dealing with the abdomen injury. He's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, it really is. It's nothing that requires surgery. It just requires rest. And it's nothing that you want to keep banging up against and potentially make it worse. So it was a medical decision, and with Charlie's complete buy-in that, hey, man, don't worry about playing in the spring game.
Mm. Brendan Rice just got drafted to the Chargers.
Your new team.
Nah.
Dude, it's okay to worship Harbaugh, man. People have worshipped worse.
Trying to get this video to Alyssa. It wouldn't send on Slack, so now we're working on AirDrop. Are we to 800?
767.
All right.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get that. I trust the people.
Micah was hurt also. I know that's a big bummer, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
By the way, I met Micah's auntie
Yeah?
today. Very, very lovely woman.
Yeah. He dressed,
He did, yep.
He dressed, got the pads on, did his stretching and all that. He wanted to go. But it's, again, like we did with Jimmy last year. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about that dog. Just sit out.
Because we have some time here, Jay asked this question earlier in the week, and you weren't here, but he wants pizza and Chinese recommendations in Boulder.
Wow. Okay. Pizza for me is Abo's or Cosmo's. Abo's better when you're sober. Cosmo's better when you're drunk.
Love that.
Chinese food in Boulder. So I used to work at a Chinese restaurant, and that's my go-to. I haven't had Chinese food in Boulder in probably damn near 10 years, but Golden Sun, I can tell you, is owned by great, great people.
All right.
I'm with you.
And I loved the food back then.
I'm with you on the pizza. I've had both of those.
Yeah.
And I could tell that, okay, one of these is I really shouldn't be eating this late at night pizza.
Yeah.
But this 40 ounce has my stomach bubbling, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. The first time I ever went to Cincinnati, Derek Wolf was on the Broncos, and he was from Cincinnati. And I was like, all right, what's the deal with this Skyline chili?
Yeah.
And he was like, I think it's trash, but it's pretty good when you're fucked up. And I was like, all right, I'm going to do this the right way then.
There you go. How was it?
It was great.
So you intentionally went Mr. Crab mode to try the chili.
I did. It was like, I think it was college championship weekend. I remember watching like the ACC championship game at some bar.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I'm going to Uber over to this place.
I don't know if you and I get enough credit for our research abilities. Your Skyline chili, I'm going to get drunk and try this, and my dry-aged Ralphie. This is Nobel Peace Prize shit. They should be talking about that. When you say what are the people going to be talking about next couple of weeks, we really should be putting this at the forefront of the agenda.
We're culinary pioneers.
Who better?
I don't know. Should trust us.
More.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it.
Trevor.
What's up?
How we doing?
There's no gentleman in here.
Dude, you had the craziest shades today. Those are sick.
Yeah. But
my God.
What was
What is
his
it,
Star
Tron?
Trek name? Yeah.
The X-Men guy, right?
Cyclops.
There we go.
Kobe Paul. Hey, man, y'all look up Kobe Paul's stats in Jack State this past season. Kobe Paul hit the weight room. Kobe Paul got taller. Kobe Paul made some catches this year. Okay, man, Kobe, I'll watch you, man.
Hey, by the way, just quick thing. We had a race, a 100-meter race. I bet Petty and CJ that between these four, they would finish third and fourth in any order, and these two studs still and Kobe finished first, second.
Let me tell you this. I love what you're saying, and God knows I love the four of them. But I am never betting against Wiggins' finest. Stone County, I'm never betting against Wiggins' finest. Mississippi, stand up. I'm going with Wiggins. I'm really going with CJ, but I'm going with Wiggins.
I'm taking Kobe Paul and David Stutz all the way. I want to give you a flowers too, Lily. Elevation. The elevation you've been going, you know, from Jackson to Boulder. I'm going up.
I appreciate it, Kobe Paul. My man.
That's love. That's love. I hope you guys could hear that. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
Those are good guys, man.
Yeah.
Good guys. Coach Prime recruits. He recruited them all to Jackson State.
All four of those guys
Yep.
play for Jackson?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Kobe, the one who said what he said, he's still there. The others have graduated.
Okay.
CJ, cornerback, CFL.
Nice.
I forget which team.
That's sick. Hopefully the Stampeders. Just because that's, it's a Buffalo.
I wish we'd have said this while he was sitting there, and I
Yeah.
would have said, hey, man, CJ, what's CFL? But he played in CFL.
We have the video? We're having some.
I'm gonna have to turn my Wi-Fi on my laptop.
The universe is conspiring in
We
your
can
favor.
just save it. It's fine.
It's true. We
I
can.
think the stream will be fine, but I'm not sure.
Just don't risk it.
If it dies, it dies. We're at the end of the rope anyway.
Drago, baby.
They
I have
said
a couple super chats though.
okay. we'll
Appreciate
get
you
to them
stopping
very
in, man.
shortly. Hey, thank you, man.
Yeah. Yeah, appreciate you. I recognize you.
Yeah, I know, man. It's Chief, CHWF out of Jackson.
Yeah. Appreciate
see
you
you,
stopping
Chief.
in, man.
She's crazy.
We'll get the super chats here shortly. Sorry you guys couldn't hear that, but so three former Jackson State players, Kobe Paul, and then four.
Yep.
And then Trevor Riley just came in. We were just chopping it up.
Trevor Riley wearing the most insane glasses I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, I saw him walking around on the field with those, and I was just like, wow, this
Trevor
guy
dresses
is,
insane every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
he looked normal last night.
He was dressed for every season Wednesday.
I'm not going to throw which one of his players under the bus, but one of his players last night was like, I've never seen him wear so few colors.
Dude, man, he's all over the place, man. He had on like these. I don't know what to like. I have no other way to call them but nut huggers. these
It paints a picture.
you could not only see his cell phone, you could see the numbers. Like these tight shorts. He had a pink hat. Then he had this kind of fur coat, right? No socks and some boots. Like, man, what are you doing, man? Like, is it 90 degrees up here and 80? What are you?
So the chat said they couldn't hear any of that.
No.
Well, I will say that Kobe Paul said he had to give Neely his flowers.
Yep.
Shout out to
because
Kobe
he's
Paul,
just
man.
been elevating and elevating ever since he left Jackson. So that's great to see. Also, I like this vibe way better than when we're in the team room and everyone feels like they can't come in the
I know.
room.
Yeah.
Like, even if everyone can't hear it, this is the way this show is supposed to be.
Yeah.
We just happen to have the microphones, but we're just hanging out.
We really might just
Yeah.
commandeer Hart's room
I'm looking at it.
going forward.
Yeah,
Team room is nice.
feel like
I love the
haven't
team
seen
room.
Hart in a while.
He was out there today.
He was there,
Yeah,
sir.
he was doing his thing.
I miss him.
We're gonna let him know. Coach Hart, RK misses you. Pull up on the show.
Anything else that we got to hit?
Just super chats and stuff.
Oh, I'm seeing you're watching the draft.
Yeah.
Oh, Zay?
I'm seeing Zay stuff.
I just Twitter searched it, but didn't see anything.
No, it's on.
Last round not drafted yet.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
at pick 227.
See into the Chiefs.
You saying the Chiefs did pick him?
That's what people are saying in the comments. I don't know.
Or RK is gonna have a stroke live on air.
Right.
Me
I was
too.
like, I don't know. There's one.
They already let the Chiefs get
I don't
Xavier
think
Worthy.
he hasn't been drafted, I don't think.
Okay. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed for Zay.
Do you want to do super chats?
All right. This is a legendary headset.
We gotta get a super chat camera.
Yeah.
She hides
what
too
many
much.
people have said.
Everyone's been clamoring for
Yeah.
Alyssa Cam.
Little do you know, you'll all just see me squinting heavily at a computer
Trying
to
screen.
read.
Trying
And
to read.
here's my standard. I have to tell everybody what she's wearing. She's got these white shoes on. They're thick on the bottoms. You know,
Little bit muddy.
kind of some elevated stuff happening. Little black top jeans. She's rocking it. No glitter on the toes today.
No, dang it.
Diamonds, rhinestones, whatever they were.
Super chat from Baron says, shout out to 2, the Big 3, and the First Lady FDP in 2.
That's you.
Let's go.
Appreciate you. $10 super chat from Chris says, great work, great job this week, fellas. Appreciate the grind and coverage across the board.
Thanks, Chris.
Hey, appreciate you,
You have
Chris.
a great first name. There's another Chris in here.
Very popular one up
He doesn't have on red shoes, so he's
He's all right.
Yeah.
Were you working today? You were wearing that creative vest. Yeah?
Yeah, he was cameraman today. All those interviews, like the
Uh-huh.
Charlie Dad interview.
Yeah.
He was filming that.
Let's go. Hell
Now
yeah.
the guy in red shoes with creative vest didn't do a damn thing.
How did those stay so clean?
He didn't do anything.
When you're players, you didn't get your jersey dirty. When
Yeah.
you're creators, you didn't get your shoes dirty.
Yeah, that is true.
Mine are ruined. I just might as well go home and order a brand new pair.
Yeah, I got a little mud on my shoes. What else you got?
That's it. Unless we want to.
That's it.
Let's try it.
Okay.
If this is the end, love you guys. Go Buffs.
Hey, man.
If not, then we got a video to play.
Great spring season. We'll be back.
So are we going out on the video?
We're gonna try to play the video, but it requires Alyssa messing with the connections. This could be the end of the show. It might not
Okay.
be.
Paisley asked no injuries today. Yeah, coach said no injuries today. Everyone came out okay.
Great
So,
point. That is the number one most important thing from today.
Definitely. Yeah, what an amazing day. Shout out to Buff Nation. Great to hang out with y'all. Appreciate everyone who tuned in. Shout out to Two. Shout out to Neely. Shout out Coach Prime in Colorado.
Shout out to the weather.
I missed everyone coming up to us and saying, "I watch the show every day."
Yeah.
Got a lot of
makes
that
me
today,
feel
man.
so happy.
Yeah. Took a lot of pictures.
Oh shoot! Sorry. Can you airdrop it to my laptop?
Oh my god! Oh, this is getting out of hand. I thought I did airdrop it to your
No,
laptop.
I did my phone.
Well, oh, there it is. Okay, it didn't come up for your laptop earlier.
Lucky you guys. We got to kill some time still.
Well, what do you got for us?
I'm looking.
Just looking to see if you've got anything.
Yeah. I mean, Charlie came on the podium today before Shador. And just very thankful, very appreciative. Shouted out Buff Nation. I mean, this is a guy who's been here 3-4 years, who's really seen it all. The worst of the worst, and he's going to see the best of the best, too.
Shout out to Charlie's dad. I'm going to write his name in for president. Charlie's dad says,
14-hour work
if you ain't
days.
working 14 hours a day, you ain't working.
Charlie's dad would hate me.
And me.
All right. We're out of here, chat.
Peace.
Spring,
Wait.
what?
Are we out of here?
I'm ready.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
gonna play it. Let's play it. Okay, let me set it up. So, someone came to the tailgate today. A guy by the name of Steve. He said, "I got something, and you're gonna want to watch this." And so then I was like, "All right, we gotta get some cameras out for it." So he pulled names of ESPN top 300 recruits that he thought would give Jake the hardest time. And so here you guys go.
Let's go, Buffs.
All right, Jake. Our guy Steve here has brought you a challenge, okay? May the odds be ever in your favor.
Want to be funny? I know some of these. So, Williams Monieri, Jalen Mbakwe,
Faster.
Ife Obedagwu, Xavier Filasami, Michael. Oh wow. Uinu,
No, not the last.
Balatau Satuala, Manasi Etedi.
Oh, flag. No.
Luger Edakowai,
More confidence.
Sheda O'Philly, Mikey Danzy, or Mikai,
That's better.
Zina Uwazulo, Andrew Petrides, Isendre Apino, Gurkle Baker, Bravo Torre,
It's getting worse.
Stevenson Toyota, Steve Bolo, David Iziamume, Jordan Onamu, and then Turso.
Good job, Jay. That was the Jake Schwanitz challenge, as he called it.
This is all your fault, by the way.
I just have to say, I love when people come and hang out with us and like get the show and bring the inside jokes.
Yeah.
We saw our friend Laura Levi, and she said she was calling Jake Mr. Sure because he just says sure to things all the time.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's good stuff, Jake. Particularly Toyota name. Way to go.
Did you do that one on purpose? Were you playing it up for the crowd?
Yes, of course. I knew what I was doing.
So that's a showman right there. So he's a showman.
He is a showman. He's a one-man band.
All right, we're gonna end on the stats. Give us the highlights.
Yeah, we got stats here. So Isaiah Harge, 7 rushes for 66 yards. That is 9.3 yards per carry, 1 touchdown with a long of 40. Christian Sarum, 4 for 25. That's 5.8 per carry.
Really, all of the work was done on one run, though.
Yeah, 24 yards. Shador, 10 of 14, 116 through the air, 71% completion, 1 touchdown, took 1 sack. Longest completion of 24 yards.
We should have asked him about that.
What?
That sack.
Oh.
Second play of the game. Did you go like,
PTSD?
Shit, here we go. Here we go again.
Travis, 4 for 27. LeJohntay, 3 for 66, that touchdown. Omarion, 2 for 13. Vassett, 2 punts for 115 yards. That's a 57.5 average. Both of those 50-plus yard
Okay,
punts.
I almost spit out my drink last night because Rick George and Coach Prime are having this moment up on the stage talking about NIL and the benefits and all of it, and literally in the middle, there's nothing that leads to this. And Rick George is just talking, and Coach Prime just goes, mate. And Rick's like, what? He's like, sorry, I just saw a punter out of the corner of my eyes. It's my guy, mate.
When you mentioned Rick George, true story, I stopped Rick George today and said, that guy has on red shoes.
Oh,
and I walked
my
off.
God.
And I just let Rick George have him.
You did your guy dirty. Mate. Anyways.
Mate. Can anyone guess who the leading tackler today was?
Trevor Woods.
Well, it never was Coach last year, so was it Coach today? Because you're looking like it was somebody that has never been.
He definitely didn't do it last year.
Who is it?
Jeremiah Brown.
Hey.
My guy, JB.
He had 7 total tackles. Jalen Wester had 3. He was credited with 1 TFL. Tajay McCoy had 3 tackles in a TFL as well.
So I really think that all 3 of our player of the games got player of the games.
Mine had 66 yards and a touch.
Mine had leading tackles. What's yours do?
Nathaniel, well, I'll tell you what one of mine did. He had 2 tackles. Both of them were TFLs for minus 19 yards with a sack. That's Nikhil Webb-Walker, Spider-Man.
Oh, let's go, Spider-Man.
Wow.
Tristan Maroy had a TFL. Amari McNeil had a TFL. Shane Cooks had a TFL.
We might just know what we're talking about around here.
Yep.
Once in a while.
Jeremiah Brown credited with that forced fumble as well.
Mm-hmm.
My guy Israel Solomon led the team in PBUs with 2. Cam had 1. Woods had 1, which is interesting. I think Hodge should have at least been credited with at least 1 with what we saw out there.
Yeah.
I thought he had 2 on 1 drive, but it is what it is.
Oh, on PBUs?
Yeah.
I think it was just the coverage was so good. I don't know if he got his hand on it, though. On the first one. The second one, I thought he did get his hand on.
That's it.
All right. What a spring.
What a spring.
We did
spring
that damn
is sprung. We did the damn thing.
This spring will be legendary.
Yeah.
We'll
when
be
we think back
legendary.
on it.
Absolutely.
I mean,
And
a lot
before
of
you
things
know it,
happened.
It'll be August, and the boys will be back in town.
I don't make promises, as you guys know, but I've been told we're going to have a big guest next week.
Let's go. I don't even know yet.
Yeah, you do. We were supposed to have him this week.
It's Jim Harbaugh.
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
You're a guy.
We might have multiple guests next week.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm excited that the spring is done. I'm kind of sad that it's over, too, because this is a lot of fun.
This was. But nothing stops for us.
Yeah, and we got the real thing coming up.
See you guys on Monday.
Let's go Buffs.
Let's go Buffs.
We all silly like the mayor.